Well, here's something for you parents to consider. You won't spoil the holidays if you don't spoil your kids this year. Oh, I know that kids don't want to hear that. Simply Money's Amy Wagner joining us this morning with ways you can prevent the overspending and keep it under control. A lot of times you want to get your kids everything that they want.
Sure.
My parents used to make us pick everything we wanted outside of Toys R Us. And we would go walk around and we would just pick things up.
And then you wanted everything, right?
Yes, you wanted everything.
Well, and the stats tell it all here because last year parents on average spent $425 per child for the holidays. Say you've got 3 or 4 kids, and that's just the kids that you're buying for, not even everyone else on the list.
Wow.
And that's because 66% of you say your kids expect to get everything they want. So this starts with a conversation about managing their expectations.
Okay.
And so sit down with the kids this year and say, and don't use the words we can't afford because that's scary for them. But say we're going to cut back a little bit this year so we can all go on that family trip to Disney World or so that we can do X, Y, or Z. Let them know you're doing this and here's why.
Okay.
Also, you need to have a talk about Santa. And here's what I mean. They need to understand that Santa, while he can make everything, doesn't necessarily bring everything. Make sure your child understands that Santa actually has to talk to the parents first, and that you have to be okay with what they're bringing, and that it actually fits with what you want in your home. So make sure they understand that about Santa, and then don't get out that catalog.
Yeah.
That catalog gives them 1,000 ideas they haven't even thought about before. Sit down and say, what have you seen this year at maybe friends' houses or, you know, on commercials that you think you really want? Because that way it goes from 2 or 3 things that are on the top of their head to the hundreds that are at their fingertips on those pages. And then here's another thing my husband and I like to do. We like to substitute experiences for gifts.
Okay.
Think about it. When you think about maybe your best holidays, it's not this toy that you got ever, because those are usually broken or the batteries aren't working within 2 weeks. One time we decided to take the kids to the beach, so we wrapped up little dolphins, and then they were able to figure out that in a couple of months we were going to the beach. And those experiences, those memories from that last so much longer than those toys. So all things that you can think about. And then here's something a lot of parents are doing this year. Have you heard of the rule of 4?
No.
So the rule of 4 is 4 gifts per child. Something they want, something they need, something to wear, and something to read.
That's good to go by.
The parents who have tried this, who I've spoken to, say their kids play with and enjoy and appreciate those toys so much more when there are only 4 things for them than when there are 17 things, because then they're overwhelmed.
Yes, it's too much. You know, I've seen those pictures. They have parents that'll post those pictures with the gifts that are like stacked up this high for all of the kids.
It's
and it's like just 2 kids.
Necessary to go in debt over the holidays. 55% of you, here's a Simply Money point, did go into debt last year over, and some of you are still paying it off now. So cut back, manage the expectations of the family. Everyone can enjoy it and still have a good holiday.